when I make me like ants they work out for you.
Okay, yeah, life. Hello world, hi everybody. Hope you guys are good. Welcome to this special live stream with my legendary musician, Kyekyeku, senior man, veteran, autocratic, monocratic musician. We are happy to have him here at Sawnd, a special live stream, for him to share his music experience with us, his struggles, his goodness, his torment, and all the other things that has made him become great. Boss Kyekyeku, welcome to Sawnd.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. This amazing story. Every day I see it online and people doing stuff here. Family today, me too, I'm here. So
at the Chem studio, but with goodies just like your
yes, I like the vibes.
All right, so I think we can start with some few vibe of an instrument, something cool to welcome the audience who are watching.
Yeah, whatever you want, what do you want? So you play the wedding march?
Yeah, we'll play something simple I can play too. Maybe something local, I mean, the Amponsa kind of groove. Okay. Yeah. He doesn't need a couple. Oh, legends were born, they were not made. Senior.
Yeah, that was nice.
Ashaisa, why invite this man? Can yourself? He's embarrassing me on the instrument. I quit. That was some nice vibe there.
Yeah, don't
Okay, so
listen to him. No, it's nice. It's just I think a lot of people they are playing upon sound. For a long time we were stuck, in the.
yeah. Honestly, what you just played, I have no idea. So if you can throw more
But
insight in,
you play a lot in the church. I imagine because a lot.
yeah.
I find a lot of the church players they're able to play.
Okay.
Like without a couple higher up,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
when the singer starts the song and it's in the key that you don't have your couple around, you have to play.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but um, I think for the last couple of months I was investigating a lot
Okay.
why a lot of our playing patterns was usually in the first
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
Like when you do amp it's always here, qua. It's always
Yeah.
here. Dagomba is always here. Mainline G, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice. Maybe it's because some of these things were drawn from maybe Siprewa or I don't know, which is
Okay.
like a fixed thing,
Yeah. Standard.
Yeah, so then with a couple you move it up the board and you can play a lot of things. But I was trying to see if you can do the same things up the fingerboard. And I found some very interesting shapes, you see. So
Wow.
I've not been playing that for a long time, but they are quite interesting shapes.
Wow.
And with the guitar, every single day of your life that you play, you discover something. You see. So it's one of the things. But I've seen a couple of guys playing, I think like that in the C shape. You see.
Yeah.
And then they do the E flat like
Okay.
that, which I cannot really play too well. But I think I've also seen Dominic do the. What shape is this? I don't know. I've seen Dominic, Dominic from
Yeah.
Central
Yeah.
Fee, who's
Yeah.
playing like,
Gotcha.
yeah, different other shapes. So it's interesting, and I think it opens up a whole new world of attacking the fretboard.
All right. So Jay Bizzle Beats, he says, "I'm here. You too sounds fantastic. You two sound fantastic." So that's one of the audience
Thank you.
online right now.
J Bizzle Beats.
Yeah, he's my boss. He's actually the leader of the Accra Psychiatric Band. That is a band of Dr. Sars, a psychiatric hospital doctor. So I want to start with you. How did you become a musician? Like your start. How has the journey been like? What inspired you to be a musician? Is it talent born with or learned through means social media and friends and
Oh no, at our time there was no social media at all.
I
This guy's on.
who's on?
You see this guy.
Yeah, he's listening to us.
Okay. Yeah, at the time there was no social media at all. But not to make us feel too old because we are not. I remember when I was little, my grandmom used to say that my dad was a pianist. You see, so
Okay.
and my dad was not around those days. He was studying somewhere, and I said, "Oh, if my dad is a pianist, then me too, I can play music."
Okay.
And that's the only reason why I had it in my mind that I would, I had some talent of music, but it turned out that like I was blessed with some musical talents, you see.
Okay.
So I pursued it, and the amount of, gifts that I got back from it is what I've made my life out of today.
All right.
So yeah, but along the way, I've met some very interesting people and helpful people who have sort of helped me to hone my skill.
Okay. So around what age did you start playing the first instrument? I don't know if it was guitar, but
It was, yeah. It would have been a guitar.
okay.
I got like kind of a guitar thing, and then there was a choir master who stayed around the corner. He saw me with it, and then he took it from me, never gave it back.
So what was your orientation like in Accra? Which
No,
region?
it was in the eastern region.
Eastern
It
region,
was
okay.
around Koforidua, in a little village called Achim Tafo.
Okay.
But so I really started on the organ, on the keyboard
Okay.
first, because it's what my dad played. You see,
Yeah,
that he gave me lessons, and then I transferred those things he had taught me, to read music and all of that,
Yeah.
those things, to learn guitar by myself.
Okay.
I had a friend in school called Collins Tepete, whose brother was like a bassist and guitarist at church, and after school would go and then mess on the guitar.
Okay.
But my dad, he didn't like that I played the guitar.
That story that never ends.
Yeah, they always want you to play the organ, not the guitar.
Okay, you are privileged to choose an instrument. No music. I didn't make money from it. Be a doctor. You know that vibe. But with time, I think music is getting to an age that is having its total acceptance here.
Yeah, but these days it's different. These days, yeah, I don't think parents they advise their kids not to pursue music anymore.
Yeah. So let me ask, who has been your inspiration? Like mentors or people you looked up to during your early stage of your training, like people who you had relationship with to shape your special identity and uniqueness that you have now.
Let me say, when I started to play the guitar, much of the music I was listening to that was guitar influence was a lot of country music, because we were hearing that a lot in Ghana, you see. So, and I didn't know the players, but later I learned that a lot of the things I was hearing were by Chet Atkins, Jerry Reed, these people. But I think my first big inspiration was El Clue.
El Clue. Oh, Meti El Clue, my eardrums.
Okay, sorry, I didn't say that. El Clue.
Okay.
If was in Ghana, if was in Ghana, we'll call him El Clue.
El Clue.
Joe Uku.
Oh my God, this is so well. So you said the piano was your first instrument. Oh,
yeah, it was my first instrument.
When did you start having passion for guitar? Like, was this something you wanted to play, or it happened by chance?
Yeah, because I was listening to a lot of country music, and and when you watch films, usually you see someone play the guitar, going to the beach with the guitar. Like, I don't take the piano to the beach, those kind of things. It was more sexy to play the guitar than the piano.
I see. So around what age was this?
I think I was about 14.
Oh, good.
I think I was about 14.
I know there's a mystery about guitar, the challenges with learning, the blisters and all those things. What was your experience like?
Yeah, I went through all of that. I got the blisters. But meanwhile, the thing is, when I get blisters, then you open the freezer, and where you have the ice, you put your hand there. Put the tip of your hands there. Wow. So then they freeze, and you don't feel the pain anymore.
That's a tip for beginners. Keep it up.
But be careful, don't get electric, don't get shocked.
Yeah.
But I find that when you put ice, it sort of deadens the cells, and you can continue playing. Okay. Now, when the cells come back to normal, the pain is gone, and you never feel it again.
That's interesting. I've wasted a whole year.
A lot of people have gotten turned off.
Yeah.
Just with the blisters and the tip.
Okay.
Yeah.
So around how many months or weeks did it take you to play maybe your first progression from the few chords you learned? Was it self-taught, or you had a
much of
mentor?
it? The thing is, Collins took some lessons from his brother. You see, first he was playing the scale, just this thing, and then he showed me. There was a string broken, so we couldn't go further than that. And I think even up to today, I have a trauma with that. Anytime I'm playing the guitar, it's like there's a string which is missing, because that's my first reference point on the guitar. For me, the guitar, there's one string always missing. Even if it's there, I always feel it's missing. So then, I did that first, and once I could work out. In the beginning, I was like, oh, if you played this year, and you played this year, and you played this year, And then Colin said, no, when you're making the chord, you cannot play two notes on the same string, you know.
Yeah.
I'm breaking this thing.
Uh,
So once I got to know how the mechanics of the guitar worked, then I worked everything out by myself.
Okay.
And
Wow. That's
so
pure talent.
it should have taken me maybe, and this was all in one term when we were in school.
JSS.
So, yeah, JSS2 I started, so must have been less than, I don't know, I can't remember, but it was not long.
Okay.
Extensively, I after BEC, which was 2000, there was a period of like so was it 6 or 3 months before going to secondary school.
Yeah, yeah.
And I visited my dad's village and I stayed there for at least a month. And there was a man called Kwame Black,
Okay.
an old guy. I took my guitar along. And so he was the first one that showed me to play Amponsa, Kwao, and Dagomba.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were after you graduated, like junior high school.
Maybe it was the last holiday before
Going to secondary school.
Yeah, so that's where I got the first steps from, and after that, I pursued a lot of different things.
Okay. So I've been a friend, I've been a fan, the biggest fan. I've been following you way back when you were in the country, and we used to meet at small joints and stuff.
Yeah, we used to do stuff a lot. Oh
man, until the bright light came and he was like, behold, it's time to shine. Go to Nima. And then you had the lamplight. What has been the exposure like? What is it like to be outside there, being on the stages that I have dreamt of for years that will not happen in this life? Maybe through reincarnation.
For sure.
Like for being on stages like the Montreal Jazz Festival, where I used to see John Benson as one of my influences play. Like, this is a world achievement.
Yeah, but I wasn't the first young Ghanaian to have played. There's a gentleman Kojoche.
Kojoche.
He was at Legon as well. He was part
Alex
of
Che.
Alex Che, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Aiko drummers.
Aiko drummers.
Yeah.
They played at Montreal Jazz Festival.
They played drums. They didn't play guitar. Anyways.
But doesn't matter. They were on the stages there.
Yeah. I know that story.
Yeah, of course, Ambule has also played, but Ambule is a big guy.
Yeah.
See, there was a point that I said, I was going to pursue music and just follow it,
Yeah.
And I started getting active and playing a lot in Accra and finding out how music works.
Yeah.
I find there's the two types of musicians. The ones are that like the superstar, the pop star kind of musician in Ghana, like Sarkodie Shatawale. They fall in that group, Stone Boy, Easy. And then you have the other aspect of musicianship where it's writing directions, performing, playing instruments and stuff like that, you see. And I think I was in this category. And so but there was not a lot of information on how to get this music to different places.
Yeah.
So it became like a big journey, learning a lot of things, you see, as I went along. Luckily, I met a lot of good people. I think I was a fast learner, and maybe, I got lucky as well. But for sure, I put in a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
You see, I put in a lot of hard work, and in the end,
If I may be right, I know you have a little history in Kumasi, tech.
Yeah.
I think that's where you had your tertiary, whatever.
I went to Prempeh, then I went to K University.
Okay. So, being somebody who has worked with Konimo, the legendary Konimo, has that had a transformation or a change in your music?
Yeah. Konimo is the biggest effect, on my musical life.
Okay, so I know you're into Spanish music, the classical. You and George Spratt, and I used to watch your videos. Or when you come to Alliance to perform with the bassist was his
Oh, they did
Afre.
something with Afre, yeah.
Yeah, you had this trio
Oh,
way
okay.
back, and then the first time I saw it, I was like, who's this guy doing? Like Speed Machine. And was that before Konimo's influence, or you had Konimo's influence before being in the Spanish thing?
So at the moment you saw me, I was with Konimo, and so I had a lot of Konimo's influence. But
Okay.
getting into Spanish guitar was before Konimo.
Okay.
And that started in Prempe. Just before I finished Prempe, a friend gave me a magazine. I saw an article on flamenco. So I started reading about flamenco, researching, and I came across all this whole new world. So I studied, I got some materials, and I studied, I listened to a lot of the music. And when I met Konimo for the first time in his office, and he asked me, what do you play? And I said, oh, I'm playing this style of, I like flamenco, I'm learning, blah, blah. But what I really want to learn is like palm wine and, traditional Ghanaian guitar. So I think that made him impressed. And he said, yeah. He invited me to join his group at that moment, you see.
Okay.
At that moment, I remember the song that Kodimo had, I'd seen him play on TV.
Can you try?
Maybe
can you play that first?
That song.
The first song that.
The first song. Jamina wo, Robo na jamina wo, ne ukwana bro babe, jamina wo, aye bobo jamina wo, aye ukwana bro. Samba kwa minam jumaze nambeba minam jumaze, jume ibina bom yama sasia jintata. Nature na break or court is a really a mono na jamina buo. Why am in a jamina buo? Nay, Ukwana grow baby. Stuff like that. And the first time I heard this song, I must have been about 6 years old. See, I was glued to the telly like this. I was watching. It was like a National Day something.
Yeah.
And after Konimo was playing, like with a lot of people, so I was watching, and that song got stuck in my head. And I didn't hear that song again until I met Ko in Tech. Wow. At that time, maybe I was nearly 20 years or something years old. You see. So when I played to him the song in his office, then he got his guitar and he started playing it to me. And I remember, like, I felt like I was crying,
Wow.
Yeah. So, the most influence on my life is, I cannot quantify it. Without him, I would probably not be doing be who I am today.
Okay. I want to talk about your friend, George Spratt.
Yeah.
I don't know, I call him the mutant alien guitarist.
Yeah, he's a monster. Actually, Spratt, I'll tell you one thing.
Okay.
I lived with Spratt in the same room for 3 years.
Wow.
In the same room, my bed was here, his bed was there. I met him in 2003 for the first time, and it was a friend from Prempe who introduced me to Spratt. And it was the first time I was seeing somebody playing guitar, doing crazy things and I was watching him what the fuck are you doing, it was mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was walking back to my dorm, to my hall, I was just seeing, I was just I walked back, carrying my guitar like that, because I was, those days, you don't see people playing guitar that way in Ghana.
Yeah.
But when you watch, there was a program on TV called Jazz Alley TV, if you ever saw that. They used to show on GTV, and it was the only time you'd see a jazz performance or a virtuoso playing. So, for me, Spratt was the first virtuoso I saw,
wow,
in real. you know. So like he was very influential in the way I started to think about the guitar. Like I never thought about the guitar, even though I was doing flamenco and stuff like that, but I never thought about the guitar, like the things you could do on the guitar. So then yeah, we started playing a lot together. We formed like a lot of groups. But then he liked country music as well, and I like country music, so we were doing that. And but his areas were more like he was like a big was also, and he was actually the person who invited me to, who told me about Konimo.
Okay.
So it's through Sprats that I met Konimo. Yeah, but he's an incredible guitarist.
Yeah. Sometimes I watch his YouTube channel and like, oh, this lesson is very simple, very beautiful, and the simplicity is the complicity of my dream boom crazy. It's like, if this is simple, then what would your difficult stuff be? All right, so Kyekyeku, I will not have you much because I can see you have other stuff. Let me just check what's happening online with people. So there's Senenu Tachi, great insight, legends, are you cool? Then we have my baby, my guy Adeo, the High Life Archives man. Yeah, so those are some of the people online. I want you to talk to the young musicians in pursuing their career. This question is deep. Don't get offended.
Yeah,
No
because
slap
I'm not
on
old.
set.
Me, I'm not old, so I don't know. Who are the young musicians again? Where are you?
I'm talking about the C major, F major people who are trying to find a stage for their first gig.
Yeah, okay.
Is music a wrong career choice?
No, it is not. It is not. It is not. Especially now, it is not, because there's a lot of information out there. See, there's a lot of information. Like you go online, you read. There's a lot of information. For instance, in my trajectory, what I've done was that I did a lot of music showcases. Music showcases, like think of Trade Fair Center, where in Ghana those days people they used to bring like their their wares and things, you know, from like all over Africa, West Africa, and then they showcase them there. So you go, you see something you like, you buy, you know. If you there are music markets like that, you know. You go and there are bands performing. If you're an agent, you see, oh, we like this band, we want to book them, or you're a label, we like this band, we want to sign them. There's a lot of stuff like that. And if you're not doing music that is like popular, that is out there, that is already seen, that has got a lot of radio play, you need to consider doing some of these things, because that's where it's one of the ways you can market it, promote yourself. For instance, I did Massa, which is in La Cote d'Ivoire. I did Morocco. I did Access, which came to Ghana. Buy music in Africa, and through there are platforms where a lot of music professionals come around. You see, and you establish contact, because these days music is all about networking and contact. Think that there is thousands of musicians around, millions. Very like you watch these Korean kids and these young kids, the stuff they are playing. Why should anyone not be listening to them and be listening to you? So it means there's something more that makes people hear you, and which is like showing yourself to the right people.
So I asked the question
It
if
would be-
music is
yeah.
a good option, because in my part of this world, where in Ghana, I mean, it's hard surviving with music because
It is
the
hard,
system is funny in the way that people, when they get to a certain standard, they can't share, because if they share, they will be hungry. So you need to find a way, work very hard before you get a stage or something. So that's why I was asking that, because somebody might practice for years and you will never even get an opportunity to perform well. So what influenced your ability? What inspired you? Like what gave you that go ahead, that what I must succeed?
Once Panji said something to me that keep doing what you're doing until people realize that you will not stop because of what they are saying. You know, those days we used to set up in front of, there's a bar in also called Duncan's. It's just after Republic, and we used to set up there, play acoustic, you know. And those days were not live band things in Accra. There was plus 233 all right, but they were just starting out. It's not all these new places you have where there is bands. I used to carry my guitar, my own mixer, everything, go and set up and play. And It was not for money. There was no money anyway. And Panji used to come around and say, "Yeah, Chala, I like what you're doing. Keep doing it, and
Yeah.
don't." So, getting the right advice, getting the right vibe for people is very important.
Okay.
You see, um, if you must have a strong conviction that what you're doing is what you love,
Yeah. Yeah.
and once it is what you love and is what you can always turn like good economies from passion, which is a lot of the things, a lot of our superstars, the way they make money now, a lot of the ways they make money now are ways that were considered like low class 10,
How?
15 years ago.
How?
Okay. A lot of the way, like, who is our biggest artist in Ghana now? Let's say Sarkodie or Shatawale, right?
Yeah, or Stonebwoy or me
Stonebwoy.
or me.
20 years ago, they were considered like entertainment, secondary school entertainment boys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And nobody would give them a chance to do anything, right? But now it's those things that are making them money. You see, the biggest, let's say Akrobeto, I think he makes a lot of money. He makes a lot of. He's a very popular guy. You know, not even in Ghana now, all over the world.
Yeah.
But he's doing stuff that 20 years ago, someone would easily say, "Oh, the Jimmy and Kwana account."
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I get that.
So we must know that the system is changing, and once you are doing something that is not killing your next man, if it's out of passion, you can create economies out of it.
Wow.
So this is what we have to keep.
powerful.
This is what we have to keep in mind.
Okay, now my next question. Being away from home for a while, seeing how different cultures. I remember there were times that at Alliance you started with the robots now, man, in Ibrahim, and I saw you going to French classes at Alliance. I said, also in Adiana had French the other day. But I know, I mean, all the struggles, all the things you've been through has paid off. So I want us to end very soon. If there are any lessons you can give to people or anything you can talk about to musicians as to pursuing their career, what they should not let discourage them and what they should keep working on. And if there are other projects that are coming, if you have any performance or shows around that you want to invite people to.
Yeah, on Saturday I'll be playing at +233 with my band. It's not my regular band. It's a new set of musicians that I'm trying out because I have this envy to play. In Accra, in Ghana, I've played with the same guys for nearly 10 years. You see?
Wow.
Yeah. I played and traveled with the same guys for nearly 10 years. And I want to try some new energies and stuff like that. So if you advise, because in Ghana, everyone is giving advice. You know, Ghana, we give advice a lot. And the way Ghana is now, Charlie, is either somebody's not listening to advice or someone is not giving good advice. So I don't like giving advice.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
get
tell
you.
people what they should do.
Does meditation play a role in music? Because I know this is deep. You might not know. I know you used to meditate at Cape 3 times fast. Surprise! What was your reason for such stuff?
I mean, just the same as anyone who likes to meditate. You know, I'm not like a big meditating guy, but like lying still, keeping calm. I think it's a good way to sort of, you know, every time we move around, you know, your cells and your body is always vibrating too much. It needs one moment where it can relax, you know. So for me, that's it. But meditating guy, which is gonna bring me like super guitar playing skills or something.
I get you.
Yeah, but of course, it's always good to get within yourself. And find out if you can hear some answers. You know.
Okay, for the last two questions then. What you've had so many influences and so many exposure and stuff. What is the style of music you do? I mean, as it stands now, Do you have a specific, or have you come out with any genre of music
No,
that
no.
is Kyekyeku oriented?
No. Um, since I'm from Ghana, I think my music is best qualifies as high life.
Okay.
So
Okay.
after what? After 60 years of independence, 20 years before that, we were playing high life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we cannot find another style of music for Ghana that best defines Ghana. My roots are also from the very music that gave birth to high life, which is palm wine folk. So for me, yeah, my projects are always centered around a folk base like palm wine. Like my last performance at Alliance Francaise was like purely folk. You see,
Okay.
palm wine. And then my next performance at Plus 233 would be like high life, was like a band version, you know. So yeah, but I'm not also a guy that likes to sit in the past. So I experiment a lot with new sounds. I experiment a lot with like beats. So long as I can perform those with a band, the basic way is to perform with a band or a number of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a high life guy.
Okay. Now the final stage of extinction and the send off party. What's happening? What's happening? Music password. Great one there, guys. Kyekyeku is amazing.
Oh, I know him.
Music password. He's been basking around, setting up a
I love
place.
this guy, you see, Niyama.
Yeah.
Because I look around and there's a lot of musicians. You see, you have to create an avenue for yourself. You have to find a way. And especially in Ghana, to be able to bask, it means you must close your mind to a lot of negativity.
Yeah, because it's
And
not
this
easy.
guy, yeah, this guy is doing it. He goes,
Yeah.
he performs. He doesn't mind what people say.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen other people basking in London and the underground and the tubes and the subways. You know, and people give them monies and stuff like that. If you won't do it here, you want to go and do it in London. You know,
You
so
need
I
to
respect
start
his
hard.
hustle. I like what he's doing, and yeah, shout outs to Niyama.
Someone said I should ask you, Robo, please kindly ask him why they call him that name back in. What name do you mean? You mean Kyekyeku or what? Because what name are you referring to? Okay, so please, I want us to do this. I know you've had influences like the palm wine styles you know. If there are any that are shareable, you can play for us to know. Probably people have a fair element of what type of palm wine styles like the quails, Sichi, Dagomba. So if you
Yeah.
can just demonstrate some few for us to see those that are shareable and not copyright based, yeah.
Oh, it's the regular. You've got the choir.
You know why I'm asking this?
What's that?
I watched your video on Instagram. You were playing choir with some flamenco thing. I was like, what is this man doing? They kept adding
Okay.
some speed. Immortal and all that.
Okay, so I think that brings us to a very important idea,
Yeah.
which is that the approach to playing the guitar.
Okay.
You see, like when I watch a lot of like these genius kids and all that they are playing is, I see, okay, the guitar can be played by anybody, anyway. But to find your own way of playing the guitar is not what a lot of people are able to do.
Yeah.
So, like, there are times you feel like you've learned everything that you wanted to learn on the guitar and you're still not satisfied. You see, I don't know if you felt this before. You say, Charlie, this thing the guy they play there, if I know how to play, I'm not going to play anything again.
Be true.
And the moment you learn that, you're like, oh, Charlie,
No,
I didn't
man.
just you see.
Yeah.
Personally, the greatest satisfaction I get in playing the guitar is when I've played something that I feel I invented or something that I feel came from me. So all my approach to playing guitar now is trying out techniques out of my own fingers. You see, which is why a song like "So" that I wrote, it's not like a big hit in Ghana, but I used to play it a lot, and so people who come for my shows, they know that it's basically, we like to say this word a lot. Basically,
Wow.
basically, wow, which is what I wanted to say. Right? this is choir. You'd play choir like that, right?
Yeah.
It's nice you're picking it this way, but maybe if you did this, it would be interesting. So you see, now I'm not picking again. I'm hitting the strings down like this. And what if maybe you did this way? So, like, you don't hear anyone playing like this. Why? Because it's something that just came and I tried to make it my own, you see. And I think it's what makes guitar or any other instrument nicer. And so, that's how I wrote that song. Socializing it alone every day, so today we never get tomorrow, we just feel it, talk big English, someone is not there, why? Anybody come to worry you, tell them say so. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yes. So I think the guitar now is all about creating a sound for yourself and a unique way of playing it for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was Qual. Of course, you have Amponsa, which you just played. It's overexplored. I'm not even gonna play it. But what I found with Amponsa is extending it across the board and finding different sonics with it makes it a lot more. For instance, you know how this goes when you're playing Amponsa in C. You have all these things. Like all these things there that you could do. Then there is the Dagomba stuff that you can do.
Play the Dagomba, that one, this one. How is that Dagomba? I know Dagomba is supposed to be 1 and 5. Where's the fa? So you're a demon of progression.
Nah, it's wax. Or you can do.
I want the magic. Show me the magic.
You see?
What key is that?
It's an E major.
I've heard Sprat play this in one of his videos. Yeah, I want to see pray.
Yeah.
Sprat pray.
See? Two body follow one girl. Follow one girl. And lost one man. Now do dodges. Now do dodges. Now do dodges. Now do dodges. Two body follow one girl. Follow one girl. Follow one girl. I lost one. So this is in E major. You can go to F major as well, like that. Baby, you can also do it in C. Oh yeah, bolindo, bolindo. Oh yeah, bolindo. See, so all those songs are coming from the.
Yeah.
So you can do also in A.
This is so unique. This is Kyekyeku invented.
Actually, this is from Golden Island. And so you can move it.
Wow.
Many areas. What else? There's also the Onyina style of playing, which is really not palm wine. It's high life, but a bit more sophisticated.
Someone told me Onyina has very complicated stuff.
Yeah.
People think he's.
I think
old
he's the
school.
most like advanced. Well, this in his generation,
Yeah.
those kind of guitarists who were playing Onyina, Akompi, EK, EK Nyame. Yeah, these guys who were playing, you know, like uh, uh, I don't know,
Yeah, those.
all those kind of things. Which is more a bit like playing choral music, but on the guitar, because you see all the voices are moving. I don't know if my guitar is working.
Wow.
You know, stuff like that. They are not really palm wine like early day guitar style high life. So yeah, there's a lot of things that is involved. If you want to learn, you can have a lot of fun with these things.
Good. All right, boss. I'm blessed.
Thanks for having me.
Looking at this can do here. There's been a great inspiration. A light has shone at Sound Factory Studio. A great light. Let me check the last comments. Then we. Friday night, Onyina every day. Akosa Music says, goodies, crazy guitarist. What's the secret?
Oh, let me see. I know Akosa.
Akosa is in Israel, right?
Oh.
Ah.
Akosa music.
Healing.
Yeah. Is this Akosa like from UST that I know? It was like a crazy jazz head. And I remember there was Akosa I know that gave me a tune from Peter White.
Oh, okay. This Akosa is in Israel,
It's in
but
Israel.
he's not a jazz-based guy.
Okay.
Somebody says Kyekyeku and T.O. Jazz. Who
Yeah.
was that guy? Was he a Nigerian or a Ghanaian?
T.O. Jazz.
Yeah.
T.O. Jazz is Ghanaian, no?
Oh, okay.
I think it was Ghanaian or Sierra Leonean or was Ghanaian. I don't know. I don't know so much of his history.
Okay. All right.
Kyekyeku was as well Kyekyeku, you know.
Kyekyeku was Kyekyeku.
Yeah.
Is that the reason behind your name? What's your actual name?
No, Kyekyeku is because the guys who are pronouncing it, the Kyekyeku, they pronounce it's because it's written with Kye, Kye.
Okay.
And like in Europe, when we play festivals, sometimes you are coming on the stage and they're announcing the band, ladies and gentlemen, Kyekyeku. See? So it becomes like, because he was also upon, Kyekyeku is the appellation of the name upon. So
Good. Can I ask a deep question?
Yeah.
What's the reason behind the name Goodies from school? Is it too private?
No. Goodies is from it's from my first day in Prempeh.
Okay.
No, it's from days in Prempeh because my provisions got finished the first week because as soon as I arrived, I opened it for all the seniors to take it from me. So like it's the good, you know, it's got the goodies. You know.
Okay.
If you wanted something.
And you'll be back to Ghana the following day, and then to Germany for just a talk show then he's going to England to meet the Queen, hopefully.
No, I'm not going to meet the Queen.
Simon, okay. So, boss, somebody said, I'm actually amazed. I thought I had heard all the palm wine tunes, but man, it's been a real lesson today. Yes. Thank you, guys, and I hope you've learned a lot. Legends are always legends. However young, he has a lot of influence. So, boss, my big brother, I'm so honored that you honored
What
my
is this?
invitation.
What is this candle for?
Oh, it's for inspiration because you brought light to the studio. You know, when you have legends come here, it's not for chanting. Because if I'm chanting, I have to suspend. But this one, I'm sitting.
You suspended it. Like,
So I'm so happy that you honored my invitation. Honestly, I was scared
Ah, come
looking
on.
at a big artist like you come to
No,
this Atechem studio.
I'm not a big artist, actually.
You
Like,
are an
you say
artist
that, but
bigger than big. So
a big
bigger
artist,
means you are bigger than big.
a big artist is Sarkodie.
It's highly
Philly Luna.
subjective. I don't want to go there before there will be a tribal music war. So let's
Yeah, but
stick
I
to
like what you
essence.
guys are doing, especially with the Legon palm wine.
Okay.
It's interesting. Legon palm wine, crime pa.
Yeah.
Um, there's a few other guys,
Yeah.
Lozo, Lee Buxton. It's people are beginning to be bold to play our music.
Yeah.
So, a few years ago, it wasn't like that. Everyone wanted to, sound something else. But I think we are getting bolder and bolder to highlight our music and show the uniqueness of it. People don't know how much fun they are missing out of.
So
Shall we play? We've talked too much.
yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna play?
You tell me. I'm
This
yours.
time you're gonna play.
Boss, I don't want any issues.
Okay, just start something and let's see.
Okay. Hey, Radima meni munguas you asembeni. So, hey. If you care to know, this is called Dabunga. Hey, is it Dagomba? Dagomba, na me bono, na manuafo. Dagomba, na me bono, na makoyano, dagatio. Ajay. yeah, mama. Oh, this was awesome. Senior Chick,
Thank you.
thank you for passing through. Guys, I hope you've learned a lot today. It's been Sound Factory Studio having the legendary Kyekyeku here. It was nice having you guys. See you next time. If you have any further question, put it in the comment section and we'll help you out. Subscribe to Sound Factory Studio. If you don't subscribe, I beg, subscribe. Make we go forward. See ya next time. Bye. Bye bye yo. Yo. Bye bye yo. Yo.
Oh man, I feel so dry in my throat. I need to drink.
Oh, it's all part of it. Oh, you go fit come inside. You were here, sir. Oh, our favorite Dr. Sass was here, sir. Oh, Dr. Sass passed through now. Dr. Sass was here, sir. Yeah, he live, man.
Yo, we live, baby.
APH for life. Production crew, yo. Oh, are they